Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you the last episode of Dexter Resurrection. I'm going to miss this show. I'm going to miss this show, man. Oh, why didn't you give me some more episodes? There's only 10 episodes. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Okay. We do reviews here. Okay. And if you're returning, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. All right. Give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And we will begin. Okay. Sorry, I'm emotional. I'm emotional. The last episode. Okay, the last episode, Charley and Prater locked Dexter in the vault. Okay. And but Charley is upset with Prater because she was like, you killed a cop. He was a retired cop, but you killed a cop. We need to do something. I don't know what you gonna do, but you killed a cop, and that ain't cool. That ain't cool. So Prater said, Charley was like, well, how long we gonna keep him in there? Okay, and so he said, well, we're gonna do the rule of threes. He said, it's 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. So Charley was like, okay, we're gonna go, since he ain't got no water in there, he'll pass away in 3 days. And he said yeah. So they're gonna keep him in there for 3 days. Dexter trying to find a way out. He ain't trying to touch that gun because it had what's the name prints on there, Prater's prints. So he ain't trying to touch that gun. So then his brother show up. Oh Lord. His brother show up. Okay. And so he was like, you trying to be something you not, Dexter. He said, because, I offered you a life. Okay. With someone who understands you, and you killed me. Okay. And you still listening to this little fake daddy that you got. He said, but I offered you a life. We could have been killing together, and you turned that down. You killed me. And so then he said, you had a second chance with the Prater group, with all the serial killers and stuff like that, and you messed that up for Batista. And so he said, and you messed that up for Batista, and he said, fuck you. In his last breath, he said, fuck you. Okay, so Brian was like, I don't know, you could have hung out with me. We could have been killing together, but you killed me. So Dexter was like, he said, well, I'm glad I killed you when I had a chance. So I ain't losing no sleep over killing you, brother. And so he said, and I'm not dying in here. And then Batista's phone rings, and it's Detective Quinn telling him that, Detective Claudette called, and he was like, what you doing down there? You need to come back to Miami because Masuka getting on my nerves, man. He getting on my nerve. And so then he put the phone up to Angel so he can unlock his phone and stuff. And he called Harrison because that's the only person he could call. And so Harrison, because it came up Batista, he went on, he ain't answering it. So he called like 3 or 4 times, and then Gigi, because I'm sorry, Harrison was tasting Gigi, okay? That's how you want to put it. He was tasting Gigi, okay? So Gigi answered the phone, and she was like, listen, Harrison can't talk because his mouth is full of me. All right. Let the church say amen, okay? His stuff is filled with me, okay? Okay. And then she was just like, this is what it is. Okay. Anyway, you can spit on men's or women's, okay? You can spit on men or women, okay? Right now it's the woman, okay? He's spitting on the woman, okay? Okay. Anyway, so like I said, Gigi answered. She was like, his mouth was full with me. And then she passed the phone to him and talking about, this is your dad. He's your dad. Oh, you nasty. Anyway, so Harrison was like, why you calling from Batista's phone? And so he was like, Harrison was like, did you kill him? He said, no, Prater killed him and he gonna kill me. So Harrison was like, well, what can I do? So Harrison decides that he going to be a waiter with Lance at the gala. Okay. So Dexter roaming around this vault trying to figure out how he can get out. So he opening a drawer. He finds a whole drawer full of serial killer files. Okay. And so he was like, maybe the passcode to the vault, because the passcode, if you push the wrong passcode, all the police gonna come upstairs. Okay, so he definitely got to give Harrison the right passcode. So he was just like, well, maybe the passcode is in here. And Harry was like, what you think? It's on a post-it note or something in there? I said, Harry wrong. He said, you think it's a post-it note in there? So he looking for the file. So he find a file for Charlotte Brown. And so he was like, oh, this is Charlie Brown. And Harry was like, no wonder she's so angry. I said, what? Harry was getting off some good ones, man. He said, no wonder she's so angry. Yeah. If you had the name Charlie Brown. Listen, no disrespect to Charlie Brown, because I love Charlie Brown. But if you had a name like Charlie Brown, yeah, you would be angry too. Because Charlie Brown never got respect. Never got respect from nobody. Not even Snoopy. Lucy. What was the other one name? Sally? I don't know what the other one. The blonde sister. Charlie Brown's sister. I don't know. I forgot her name. I want to say Sally. It may be, I don't know. But he ain't get no respect from Lucy or Peppermint Patty, the lesbian. I'm cracking myself up. Or Linus with the security blanket. Oh, Woodstock. Yeah, so that's why that's why Harry said she's so angry. Anyway, let's get back to this. So and so they find out that Prater gives a gala on the same date as his parents' death. So I guess, he gonna have that on Sunday, Monday, galas on Monday, Tuesday, whatever that date is, he gonna have that gala. Okay. Now mind you, people gotta work on Wednesday and shit, but that's fine. He gonna have that gala. He gonna have that gala on Wednesday if that's that date. Anyway, so Harrison FaceTimes what's that boy name? Dexter. And he put it in his little waiter pocket. And he got the headpiece in there. Now, I know that you ain't supposed to have no headphones. And a cell phone hanging out your pocket. Okay, I don't know who was the maitre d' or whatever that was over the waiters, but they needed to look at Harrison because he had that little white AirPod on there. Now I felt like he needed like a earpiece that goes in the ear, which won't be he won't be distracted. It won't be distracting to anybody. But hey. Maybe they got a little less restrictions on waiters and stuff. But anyway, that's neither here nor there either. Detective Staying Alive Claudette and Detective Olivia, whatever his name is, they arrive too. And Detective Claudette looks very good. Okay. Harrison almost got caught by Prater but Prater is so small. He didn't even look, because he had this champagne right here. But Prater was so small over here that, Harrison turned away. So he didn't even look up to see who was handing this I'm about to say scotch. This champagne, I don't even know where that came from. So, but yeah. Anyway, so Harrison was like, they were trying to find some back ways to the vault, to the penthouse where the vault is. So he over here, Dexter is looking for these doors, and he was like, what door is that? Go to that door. And so he went to this through this door, and then he was like, those stairs, go see if those are stairs. And so he went to see if there were stairs, and they were, and then he got caught by a dude. And he was like, what you doing in here? What you doing there? He was like, I came to see you because his friend Lance is over there blazing in the kitchen. I mean, he blazing like nobody's business. He's just getting it. And so he was like, he said, I was coming to talk to you because it's a guy over here getting high in the kitchen. And, he not supposed to be getting high. And, Harrison was like, I'm going to have to, make it up to Lance because now he got him fired. Because he blazing in the kitchen. And he said he got to make it up to her. But he did go up the stairs to the penthouse. So that was good. So, He heads up to the stairs only to find Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown. And so she was like, "What you doing up here?" And so, what's that child name? Um, she told Harrison says, this is Charlie, and and Dexter was like, hand her the phone. So he hands her the phone. Dexter over there talking about letting my son go. He said, I got all these files on you because Prater kept all these files on you. Blackmailing the guard for Mia's so-called suicide, and I'm quite sure he got other stuff on you. And so Charlie pissed off. She was like, "Oh no, he got a file on me. Oh no." But she said, "Listen, because he said I'm gonna send this to the media if you don't let my son go." And she said, "No, we're not doing that." She said, "I'm gonna let your son go." And she said, I'm not gonna kill your son. She said, but I'm going to have a talk with my former employer. Okay, my former employer. And so, so she left, but before she left, she said, don't try to get him out because there's nothing good that's gonna come from you getting your dad out. So she was like, if I was you, I would just leave him in there. Okay. But Harrison ain't listening. Okay, so Dexter pulled a case file out, and so it was 8 numbers, and so he said he put the numbers in. He told Harrison to put the numbers in, and then he said, wait a minute. And so he said, no, erase that. He was like, and so the inmate number, not the case number, the inmate number is what he put in next, and then the phone died. And so Harrison was like, what should I do? And so he just put it in and pushed OK, and it did open, so that was good. So when it opened, Dexter gonna pull him in there. I said, wait a minute, what's the door closed? Then both of y'all be stuck in the damn thing. I said, you supposed to come out, because that's what I thought. You supposed to come out. Okay, because what if the door closed? We don't know if the door gonna close, but whatever the case may be, he pulled him in there. And so he was like, okay, we're gonna get out of here. So he got he got some files. He got his slides. He said, because those belong to me. I know that's right. Those belong to me. And so he left. No, he was leaving. He said, oh no, I gotta find this fake fingerprint because I gotta go out the back way. I can't leave, just through the front. I got to go out the back way. So he had to find his fingerprint. He said, but you go back downstairs and you get out. So, and Dexter told his son that he really glad that he didn't kill him. Good. Good. Okay. I'm glad he didn't kill you either. Okay. I'm glad that he didn't kill you either. Okay. So Charley go downstairs and find Prater. And she said, I quit. I am done. And so Prater like, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. I got some shit on you. And so he said, and so she was like, yeah, you got a file on me. You got a file on me. And he was like, well, how do you know? And so she didn't say how she knew, but she said, I'm leaving you. She said, she said, and you gonna keep paying my mother's medical bills, or we can basically tell each other's secrets, and we can scorch the earth together. Okay, because she said, if you tell my secrets, I'm telling your secrets, and we gonna just be in flames, because you gonna be on fire and I'm gonna be on fire, because I got bad secrets and you got bad secrets too. So she said, so that's what you gonna do. You go, I'm leaving, but you go keep paying for my mama's care. Boom. Okay. Boom. Okay. And that's what it is. Okay. So meanwhile, Dexter's still looking for his little fingerprint, which he found on Angel for some reason. Okay. So Prater is on the stage, and he saying all this dumb stuff around, and so he sees Harrison leaving, and so he gets off the stage. He pulls somebody else up the stage, and he gets off the stage, and so he goes to the security, and he said, blank the screens, cut off all the security cameras, because he gonna kill Harrison basically. And so he finds Harrison, and then he goes up to the penthouse, and Dexter is there trying to leave, and so he stated, where am I at? Where am I at? Okay. So Harry said, you need to get this motherfucker. Okay. I'll tell you that. He said, get this goddamn fucker. Okay. So, but he sees Prater with a gun to Harrison's head. And so Dexter was like, no, don't kill him. Kill me. He said, and then you could be the apex predator who killed the Bay Harbor butcher. So, Prater was like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. But he's like, but I don't want to leave no witnesses. So he said, because he was like, I can't let Harrison go, because I'm gonna kill you and Harrison. So then Dexter gonna say, I'm sorry, son. I didn't protect you. And so apparently he gave Harrison the M99 syringe for protection. Okay, he didn't give him a condom for protection like I said he did in my last video. And one of my subbies, said, he gave him a syringe or whatever. And so I thanked him for that comment, because I was like, I thought he gave him a condom, but he didn't. He gave him a syringe for protection. Hey, I would do the same thing if it was my child. But kudos to my subby that said that. Whatever the case may be, he had a syringe. Now, I don't know how he got that cap off of the syringe. I'm a nurse now. I'm a nurse, okay? So I don't know how he got that cap off the syringe and just stuck him. But whatever the case may be, he got it off somehow and stuck the shit out of Prater. And he fell back. And so, but I don't know how he got that cap off, because it was in his pocket. So, it could stick him when it's in his pocket. If it was when he have a cap on it. Okay. But hey, do what you do you. I got you. So, Harrison was like, listen, please let that be the last time you point at your chest until somebody shoots you, because he did that to Harrison when he shot him. You know, he pointed to his chest and he shot him in his chest, and that's the same way he did Prater. You know, he pointed to his chest, and he was going to shoot Dexter, but he got stabbed in the chest with a syringe, and you know, now he down for the count right now. So of course, Dexter told him he gave him the phony print to go in through the back way. That's the only way he can get out, because you know he just want him to get out. And so Harrison was like, "How you gonna get out?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna definitely get out." So, oh yeah, he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get out. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna get out." Okay, so Prater wakes up on the table where he is wrapped in saran wrap and good tight. Okay. And duct tape or whatever. Okay, he is butt booty naked with with them little feet. Butt booty naked, honey. Okay. So he wake up and he trying to do whatever it takes. He is trying to bribe Dexter. He talking about your grandchildren. Yeah, I'm gonna pay for your son's college, your grandchildren's college. We're gonna set you up for generational wealth. I mean, he is trying to get off, okay? And Dexter ain't hearing none of that. He said, my family, it runs in my family for justice, and so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give some justice in this piece here, okay? We're gonna give some justice, okay? And he said, and also it run in my family the thrill to kill, but Harrison didn't get that. Harrison, it didn't run in Harrison, but the justice part he got from his Aunt Deb, okay? The thrill to kill he got from his brother. His brother. Okay? So, all right. But he was trying to bribe him with everything. So then he was about to cut his face to get his blood sample, and then he stopped. And so when he stopped, Prater was like, "Oh, thank you. You know, the money worked and everything." And so then he was like, "Nope. I only have a trophy for the people I want to remember. I don't want to remember you." And he did his thing. Right there. Okay. All right. Yeah, he did his thing, okay? So so he cut that thumb off so he can get out. That was the first thing. And then he he dismembered the body again, okay? Put him in some garbage bags and whatever. So Claudette, Detective Staying Alive Claudette, is about to leave until they play Staying Alive. And so she like, what? Wait a minute. So he go back to the dance floor, and she started doing the hustle, okay? Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Yeah. Yeah, she would start doing the hustle, and Olivier, he was standing over there looking stupid, but then he started doing it too. So they was doing that, and then the alarm goes off, and they're like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And they said, "That's the penthouse." So all the cops go upstairs. One of them go upstairs and to the vault, and they see all this shit on serial killers, okay? All this shit on serial killers. They see Batista dead under the sheet. They see this gun who got Prater's prints on it, okay? And then Detective Olivier gives Detective Claudette this case, this file of what was the name? Don Framp, the New York Ripper, and she was just like, oh my God. And then they were standing in front of the New York Ripper's thing. his instrument. Yes, his instrument that he usually kill all these people. Okay. So yeah, so Prater, even though they can't find Prater anymore, he has a lot to answer to. Okay, he got a lot to answer to. So then Charley gets her mama in the wheelchair, and they take, talk. She was like, where we going? She was like, we going home. We going back to Amherst. And so she was like, and the mama was like, well, what about your kids and, whatever? Because apparently she lied and said she a teacher. And she was like, well, we got a lot to talk about. But my thing is, okay, so Prater gone. So your mama's care is gone too. Okay? Prater gone. We don't even know who he giving the money to. Okay? But Prater gone, so your mama is gone too. Your mama, unless he put all this shit in the wheel, your mama's care is gone too. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying. So Harrison is eating with Gigi and not eating her out. He just eating food with Gigi. Okay. And Dexter is on Prater's boat in the Atlantic Ocean. And he drops the bodies in the Atlantic Ocean. He didn't take them to the furnace with Lowell, Ronald Schmidt, the Gemini time too. Okay? He don't take them to the furnace, He drops them in the ocean like he usually do. Back when he was in Miami, okay? He dropped it in the Atlantic Ocean, okay? Okay, so that was it. Okay, I am going to miss Dexter. I wish they had more episodes. Oh my God, I love it. That's what I'm talking about. Love it. So that was the end of the episode. So we can tune in next season for, they probably Prater's body go to the float back to land and something. They gonna find Prater's body. Okay. They gonna figure out. They gonna try to figure out who killed Prater. And so then they gonna see the cameras before they shut off. Okay, they gonna see what was going on, what was taking place at the gala. They're going to Al got to come back so he can kill Al. Okay, so Al got away, but he got to get killed too, because he's a serial killer too, so he got to get killed too. Charley probably will come back too, to avenge something, or I don't know. So Detective Claudette probably gonna be on the case of who killed Prater and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff that they can do, with that. We got to figure out about Gigi and and Harrison. You know, is Harrison gonna be a cop next time they come back? Okay. So they got a lot that they can do. So anyway, give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.